Hello and welcome to the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast. My name's Kyra and I'm your host. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 8 different ways that you can use astrology in your business. So whether or not your business has anything to do with astrology or spirituality, you can still use astrology behind the scenes for planning out your business, for your branding, for your marketing. There's so many different ways that you can use astrology. The thing about astrology is that it's really just a tool to read energy. So when you tune into that energy, then you can better position yourself, your business, market your offerings because you're tuning in to the energy. So let's dive in and explore these 8 different ways that you can get started with using astrology in your business. So number 1, the days of the week, the 7 days of the week, they are all related to a different planet. And each of the days, because they're associated with these different planets, they have a different energy. So Sunday is ruled by the sun, and that makes Sunday a really good day for doing what makes you feel really happy, really, like expressing your truest self and doing what feels really good to you. So Sunday is really the best time of the week to not do any work and to do something that's a bit more fun and not work related. Go out and live your best life rather than feeling like you have to work 24/7. Monday is ruled by the moon. So the moon is a bit intuitive, a bit emotional. So Mondays, I guess this is why Monday-itis is a thing, because often on Mondays, we don't feel like going to work, right? We don't feel like it. So Mondays are often a good day to maybe plan what you want to do for the week ahead, jot out some ideas, use your intuition, maybe tap into some spiritual guidance to figure out what you're doing in your business. Because then on Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars, you'll feel a bit more productive. You're going to feel a bit more motivated to actually take action. So do all your planning and stuff on Monday, and then Tuesdays are the day for jumping in and doing the work. Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules communication. So Wednesdays are a really good day for maybe sending out newsletters, recording podcasts, writing blog posts, anything that requires good communication. Wednesdays are the day to do it. Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about luck, joy, optimism, doing things that make you feel really good and that bring you joy. So Thursdays in your business might be a day where you focus on something that you really love doing in your business. And we're going to talk a bit more about that sort of thing in a little bit. But Thursdays, think about the things that you really do enjoy doing in your business. Maybe that's doing client calls, or maybe you prefer recording videos for your online courses, or there might be something else there that just really brings you a lot of joy. So focus on that on Thursdays. Fridays are ruled by Venus, and Venus rules finances and money. So Fridays are a really good day to have a look at your business finances, maybe doing a weekly check-in with your business income and expenses, and doing whatever you need to do with the money side of your business. Saturdays are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn has a very controlling and strict sort of energy. So I feel like Saturdays are really the best time when you just have to channel that self-discipline to go through the motions, to do the chores that need doing, that they're really boring, but you just get in there and you just do it. So it could be just those difficult tasks that you hate doing, filing, or whatever it is that you hate doing, do it on Saturdays, especially the Saturday morning. Just get it over and done with, and then you're done. So using the days of the week is a really fun way to kind of tune into the astrology of how to best structure your weeks and how to use that energy accordingly. So the second way that you can use astrology in your business is by following the lunar cycle. So this is something that I often do talk a lot about in depth. I wrote a whole book on moon manifesting. So what I'm about to share now, I'm going to try to condense this into 1 minute and try to make it quick. So with the lunar cycle, you can use that to help you really structure out your months. So the new moon at the start of the moon cycle is the best time for coming up with new ideas, coming up with those ideas that you want to work on for the month ahead. So then as the moon begins to wax, grow bigger in the sky, this is when we're taking action towards that idea and we're making it come to life. The full moon is the best time of the lunar cycle to launch that idea out into the world, sell it, share it, whatever it is that needs to happen, get it out there. And then during the waning moon, this is when we reflect, maybe, thinking about how well that launch went, or if there's something that could be improved. It's the best time of the lunar cycle for reviewing and reflecting. So using the lunar cycle can really help you, find the energy to do these different things in your business. Like if you've done launches in the past and you felt quite drained by them, maybe play around with lining it up with the moon cycle so that you're naturally tuning in to the energy that the moon gives us anyway. You may notice that you're naturally highly energized at the full moon. So this process I've just described briefly can really help you maximize that full moon energy to your advantage. So number 3, you can use the sun seasons to guide your business. So when I'm talking about the sun seasons, I'm talking about when the sun moves into each zodiac sign. So for example, the sun is in Capricorn from, off the top of my head, about the 21st of December through to about the 20th of January. Then the sun moves into Aquarius from the 20th of January through to the 18th of February. Then the sun moves into Pisces from the 18th of February through to about the 21st of March, and so on. So what happens through each of these sun seasons is that all of us, like the collective, kind of tune in to this zodiac energy. So right now, the sun is in Aquarius at the time of recording this. So during Aquarius season, we're usually focused on making the world a better place. We might be focused on creating more sense of community as well, like a bit more involvement with groups or teamwork. So you can tune in to the energy of each sun season to not only guide what you're focusing on in your business, but also perhaps how you're marketing your offerings. So if you have a product or a service that you'd like to market throughout Aquarius season, perhaps wording it in a way that highlights those energies of Aquarius season, such as, this service or product will help make the world a better place because 10% of profits are being donated to charity, or, something like that, where you're tuning in to the energy of that zodiac sign. Now, before I move on, I'm just going to say, if all of this is feeling a bit complicated, this is stuff that I do cover in my Soul Aligned Business Coaching and Mastermind. I go way more in depth with all of these things to help you craft your soul aligned business plan. So if this is something that you're like, oh wow, but you have no idea how to do it, reach out and we can discuss the best option for you. The details will be in the show notes for you. Okay, so number 4, you can use astrology with your business branding. Yes. So what we can do in astrology is we create an astrology chart, right? A natal chart for a person at the time that they were born, and then that chart tells you like everything that you need to know about that person pretty much. You can do the same thing for a business. So obviously, you know, a business has a time where it's birthed somehow, whether that's like the purchase of a website, or maybe there's something else that you did that was the first step to actually bringing that idea in your head into reality for your business. So you can create a business chart for your business, and from that you can tell so much information from your business, including branding, finding out maybe the best colors and styles and fonts that could be used to really enhance the natural energy of your business. And there are quite a few astrologers slash branders out there. Like there's a lot when you start looking. So if that is something that you're looking at, have a look. Because astrological branding is just mind-blowing. Okay, so the fifth way that you can use astrology in your business is by understanding when the moon is void, of course, and then scheduling your important work events, such as like one-on-one client calls or other important things, scheduling them when the moon is not void, of course. So briefly, the moon is void, of course, roughly every 2 to 3 days. And at this, the amount of time that it's void, of course, varies. There's a lot of, I guess, factors that go into it. And I have done a full episode on void, of course, moons in episode 33 on the Herbal Moon Goddess podcast, if you want to check that out. But pretty much how I use the void, of course, moons in my business, I block that time off my calendar so that I'm not doing any one-on-one calls with my clients. I'm not doing any readings during that time. I also avoid working on important projects during that time, mainly because when the moon is void, of course, I feel like there's a greater chance that we might stuff it up, or we may end up having to do it again in the future because we didn't do it right the first time. So anything that I don't really want to stuff up or have to do again, I just leave it until the moon is back on track. So the void, of course, moon, it can be really helpful to also help you find a bit more work-life balance. Because when the moon is void, of course, that's pretty much when I schedule that time off, and I might just do something that's completely non-work related. I might go for a walk out in nature, or go play a game or something that's a bit more fun. So yeah, it's a really good way to kind of help you find a bit more balance there. So the sixth way that you can use astrology in your business, and this is kind of related to what I've just said about finding that time off, that work-life balance. But by looking at when the sun is moving through your 12th house on your astrology chart, that's the best time of the year to schedule time off, to maybe go on holiday or vacation. When the sun moves through our 12th house, and usually this is for approximately 4 weeks each year, but it can vary from person to person, this is when often we feel quite tired and drained. If we've been working really hard over the past 11 months and we haven't had much time off, and if we continue to work through this period, then this is often when we can get quite sick, and the universe kind of forces us to take time off anyway. So when the sun is moving through your 12th house, that's a really good time to just close your books, take time off work, schedule in your holidays, and just seriously just switch off and do something that brings you more fun and enjoyment and relaxation into your life. Recharge those batteries. So number seven of different ways to use astrology in your business is by looking at your astrology chart to determine the offerings that are best suited to you. So you may have wondered, some people seem to do really well leading groups, like maybe leading group programs or leading workshops or other things. Whereas other people seem to do better when working with people one-on-one. Whereas other people seem to do better with minimal contact with their clients, but instead they're doing other things like maybe blogging or podcasting. Like they don't even have clients, but they're still making money in their business, right? They're selling stuff or advertising. So your astrology chart can definitely tell you the best offerings that are suited to you and the ones that will bring you more joy or more luck or whatever it happens to be. So if you are like, running your business and you're kind of feeling like something's not working for you, then having a look at your astrology chart or having an astrologer look at your astrology chart can really help you determine those offerings that you're most suited to. And then finally, number 8 of different ways to use astrology in your business is when hiring someone, like maybe getting a virtual assistant or adding employees to your team or even outsourcing stuff to someone. You can look at their astrology chart with their consent, of course. Obviously, you'll need their birth details to do this, but this is something that can really help you find out what someone is best at. And, that way you can hire someone to kind of fill the gaps. Like looking at your own astrology chart, you can determine your best strengths as well as the areas that I don't want to say they're a weakness, but they're not your strong points. And so when hiring, you can look at someone else's astrology chart to kind of figure out, maybe this person can fill some of those weak spots that you have. And this is actually something that I did when I was hiring a virtual assistant last year. I did ask pretty much everyone to send through their birth details so I could have a look at their astrology chart. And I had a crazy number of applicants and looked at all these astrology charts, and it was so fun. And I feel like it really did help when making that decision, because I just could tell the chemistry between like me and my astrology chart, between other people's astrology charts. You don't want to hire someone into your team if you're going to be clashing with them, right? Like you want to have some sort of harmonious energy going on. So that is definitely something that can help you with running your business, especially if you're at that stage where you need to hire someone. Adding someone to your team, looking at their astrology chart can be so helpful. So I hope that all of those 8 different ways to use astrology in your business were super helpful for you. Now, if you are running a business or you're thinking about running a business and you're needing a bit of guidance at the moment, whether that's spiritual guidance or a bit of more practical guidance, I would love to get on the phone or on Zoom with you and have a chat. I've just opened up some free discovery sort of calls, soul-aligned strategy sessions. It's just a 15-minute call, and I would love to help you with whatever's going on in your business right now. So no strings attached, completely free. If you would like to have a chat, you can sign up in the show notes below. Let's chat about your business and maybe how you can weave some of these astrological ways to run your business into your business to fuel your success. So happy running your business using astrology. I hope that this is really mind-blowing for you all. All these tips that I've shared are actually things that I do in my business and have really helped me evolve my business to a way that feels really good. So I hope it helps you too. I'll catch you all in the next episode of the Help Women Goddess podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.